So let's start from the beginning. I was relatively new to creating Roblox games and I wanted to create my first game. All the advice I heard online was to make it as simple as possible, to make your first game as simple as possible, so I thought the smart thing to do was to not follow that advice and make my first game as complicated as I possibly could. So I started to work on a fast-paced FPS game with like cool abilities and powers. Think Valorant or Overwatch. Yeah, so it turns out that creating a game like that is pretty difficult. I was stuck doing animation, scripting, building, map design, the UI, and I was trying to add everything. I was adding special abilities, kill streaks, different game modes, gun customization, different maps, and honestly, I was pretty much frying my brain on all that code and programming. I was feeling pretty burnt out, pretty much like a CW show that should have ended 5 seasons ago. So I started messing around with some of the Roblox default templates and I came across the racing template and I had a lot of fun just messing around with it and I thought, hey, I can make like a small game with this. It'll be like a little 2 week project, like something quick, something light, something breezy. I mean, I'll be back to my game in no time. That was a lie. So I tried to create my own custom cars, and I encountered my first problem. The cars kept swerving for some reason, like they just kept, without like any input, I'd just drive forward and then like swerve to the left, swerve to the right. And I found out that my issue was the models had actual weight, and I wasn't trying to like design like a fully fledged car system. I didn't want to do any like actual mathematics or calculations to determine where the weight needs to be. I'm it's just a simple game. It's a Roblox game, so I did what every professional developer does. I just made everything massless. I just did not care, and it worked. No problems. Yeah, and then I wanted to get fancy, so I added some car customization. So you can buy different cars. You can, and I created a garage, which when you drive your car into the garage, you can like change different parts of the car. So like the bonnets, the side skirts, paint, wheels. And so I had to create some UI so the user can actually select what car part they want. This UI changed like 5 different times. I kept changing it because I didn't like the look of it. I don't know what version you're seeing now, and to be honest with you, it'll probably change again. And I needed some kind of saving system so the user can keep their car customization configurations every time the user logs out. I wanted the data to retain. So for saving data, I used the profile service module. And I lost a chunk of my sanity trying to get it working, but I did get it working eventually. And now that that was out the way, I actually could work on some of the fun stuff. So I added different race maps, and I wanted each race to have like a different biome. So originally the plan was each race was going to be in like a different US state, so like Florida, Texas, Ohio. But that idea got yeeted into the oblivion pretty fast. Originally I was using a Roblox terrain editor to build a lot of the maps, but then I had to quickly swap that out for mesh parts, purely for performance issues. My FPS was pretty much dropping faster than my will to live, so at this point it was still a racing game. I mean, I had races, I had a leaderboard now, everything. But I got sidetracked, I got distracted. I was pretty much rotting away, doom scrolling through YouTube, and I stumbled across a video by Sufi on how to make a plane in Roblox, and my brain went, I could add racing in the sky. What a genius idea. So I pulled out some plane models, I made a few tweaks, and I had an aircraft. The original video used realistic gravity, but because all my physics was already based on the default Roblox gravity, I made a few tweaks and I got it working with that. I even added some mobile and controller support, and I also added some yawing controls and particle effects, and in the end I had a surprisingly decent flight system. And then I got sidetracked again. I found a video with a wanted system, and I added that to the game. I even like edited it and I modified it so I could add like helicopters and army guys. And at this point, I still thought I was making a racing game because I told myself, I mean, it's still a racing game. The police are only there to chase you if you drive too fast. But then I really spiraled. For some reason, I added guns to the game. I found the Roblox default weapon kit, and I had a lot of fun just adding it into the game. And because I mean the police are there, you might as well shoot them, right? So totally normal feature for a racing game. But I didn't want to admit it because admitting would mean committing, and if I was committing into it, that would mean actual work. This was supposed to be a 2-week project, and I was already 5 months in. So I asked some of my friends for feedback on the current state of the game, and their response was, just make it more like GTA, give us some more chaos, give us some more things to do. Someone said I should add the ability to run people over with cars. Should I be concerned? Maybe. Did I add it anyway? Absolutely. And then came the content explosion. People wanted more things to do, so I delivered. I added parkour missions, heists, assassination missions, deliveries, and of course I still have the races. And then I added robberies, so when you walk into a store and point a weapon at a cashier, they give you money. And I also added ATM robberies, so if you go to an ATM you can try and unlock it, and there's like a little mini game you have to play, and when you unlock it then it breaks and you get the cash. Oh, and I added NPCs with dialogue, so you can walk up to random people and they actually start to talk to you. Some of them are nice, but some of them do give you attitude. I also added myself to the game, because I thought it'd be funny, and there's something weirdly euphoric about shooting yourself in a video game. I also wanted more ways for the player to be able to make money, so I came up with the idea of when you shoot an NPC, you can loot its body afterwards, and if you do loot its body, your wanted level goes up, because unfortunately looting dead bodies is illegal. Yeah, I also added a bunch of stuff which is too boring to talk about, so I'll just list it quickly here. And then I realized I needed a mini-map as well. At first it was 3D, it was actually really cool, it was really immersive, but then my PC kind of whispered into my ear, please stop, and it started gasping for air. So I had to make it 2D, but I mean, I might add an option to change it later to 3D if you want. So if your PC can launch rockets and run Crysis on maximum settings, maybe I'll let you toggle the 3D version. So that's the current state of the game so far. I started releasing TikToks and YouTube Shorts promoting the game, and I got a lot of positive feedback. But I did get my first hate comment, which I found very, very exciting. So someone of the name of Sigma Nigma posted, this game will get 0 players, I'm sure, but nobody wants to play Jailbreak, but worse. His name's also Skibbity Twi'lek Kick, or something like that, so he's probably like 12 at maximum. But in my eyes, if you could dish it out, you should be able to take it. So if you use the code Sigma Nigma Sucks, you'll be given 100k in in-game currency. But be quick, this code expires in 1000 years. Yeah, so I'll probably continue working on the game. I actually lost my job like a few months ago, so still looking for a new job. But it means I have a lot more free time to work on the game, so if there's any feedback, anything you wanted to add in the game, please let me know, and I'll try my best to add it. Also, if you want to be an NPC in the game, just let me know what you want to look like and what you want to be called, and like some quotes you might say in game, and I could do that. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Goodbye.